from Sri Lanka. We are live on IYAP Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm Kokila Hemakumare, IYAP volunteer and project lead for this I Inspire program from Sri Lanka. Let me first tell you a bit about I Inspire. I Inspire started during the pandemic as an idea to inspire and motivate young people across the world. We have completed four phases and brought stories of 100 young people. You can check our previous I Inspire session on our social media channels using the hashtag I Inspire. Today marks an important milestone. We are in the fifth phase of I Inspire, and I will be bringing in impactful volunteer stories of young people across South Asia. So, keep an eye on our social media pages and channels. Our team will keep you updated and posted on the volunteer heroes and champions. Today we have Yasindu Amarasinghe from Sri Lanka. He is a young and talented, high degree of flexible person with impeccable judgment, project implementation with specialized knowledge, and more than 3 year plus of experience in the field of international humanitarian support. He has volunteered at a number of NGOs and INGOs. Some of them are UNICEF, Food and Agricultural Organization, World Food Program, UNDP, World Vision, UNESCO, etc. So he said us, do not wait until tomorrow. Take the opportunity today. So Yasindu, I warmly welcome you for the first session of I Inspire Fifth Press. We believe this will be a great turning point to the youth volunteering. Thanks for joining us. So, Yasindu, let's start with the state to your story of volunteering. From now, the platform is yours. So, Yasindu, I warmly welcome you again.
So thank you very much, Kokila, and thank you very much for International Youth Alliance of for inviting me for this wonderful opportunity. So my name is Jacinto Amal Singh here. So I'm working as an international civil servant in one of the United States government institution. So, if I just speak about my volunteer journey, I started my volunteering journey in 2015. So when I was a school kid, so since then, even up to now, I'm also doing volunteering with many organizations, including United Nations bodies and few other international organizations. So if I move back to my startup point of volunteering, so I started volunteering in 2015 with UN volunteering. So my first volunteer assignment is one of these assignment which was hosted by UNICEF. So actually, if I tell you about how I joined this volunteering field, it was a kind of a very, so kind of very one of the turning point of my life. So I started because one of my very close cousin worked with UNICEF, and she asked me to whether to join and support you one of their assignment to support her. So I joined. So on that time I was a school kid, but I was happy to join with them, and I was happy to work with the UNICEF. So when I was starting, when by the time I was working with the UNICEF, and not only working, I was volunteering with UNICEF. So I was found out what type of work, so what is this field of humanitarians. So I was already to understand about the field of humanitarians. So the type of volunteering. So those things I was got to understood during my first volunteer experience. So but when I was starting volunteer, just as a volunteer, I was not like this, just a school kid, have not any background about the professional networkings, not any background about how to work with these international context, no idea with how to deal with these national and international stakeholders, and just to speak with these things because I'm just a person who just start the things from a zero level. So always actually since then, the volunteering journey starts, but it is not a journey with always with successes and always with achievements because there are many ups and downs, many obstacles were there, and because thanks to volunteering, so I'm here today because I'm now working with some of the US attached organization institution. So, but the volunteerings brought me here because since after UNICEF journey, so I started with volunteering with Food and Agriculture Organization, where I have got the opportunity to for the first time in my life to got opportunity to work in the UN compound in Sri Lanka. So I was able to work with these international contexts. I was able to deal with the people who come from diverse sectors, experience diverse experts, some of these foreign officials who come for these projects. So that was a wonderful opportunity that I got in my life, and it is also one of the most amazing turning point of life because that the uh, obviously just compared to my even to my first volunteering experience, so the working with this food and agriculture organization is the thing that was inspired me to work in this humanitarian sector. That was the time that I was inspired to work as a volunteer onwards because that was a experience, and the my exposure I got is a very wonderful. Like it was a amazing and adorable experience that I was able to got it. So if I just talk about my experience about these volunteerings with FAO. So basically, I was got to know because when I was joining FAO, because I was don't know even to just to write a proper type of to write a official email. So, but I was got to since when the time during the 3 or 4 months when I was volunteering with FAO, so the thanks to all these supervisors and the staff, the employees who have worked with me, and they have given some wonderful assistance and guidance to me to achieve and to overcome this my career. So, and also this volunteering has brought me to identify myself, and it was already explore about myself, and also I was got to know about and I was found out what are my hidden talents. I was able to found out what are the capacities I have, what are the passions I have. So I think that is the kind of, as I told you earlier, that's a kind of a turning point in life. So and the experience and the exposure I got. So I was able to interact with the people who are in the community level, people who are just working in the humanitarian sector. So I was able to deal with number of government and international stakeholders who are working in this humanitarian sector. So I was able to get their experience. They shared their experience with us. They shared their knowledge with me. So such an amazing journey. So I started volunteering. So there. So after that, so I was a filled by and COVID became and the things were changed, and but I still continue. Though continue my volunteer journey with some because I think once the COVID come to the world, there was a thing of the virtual things were come up. The virtual things were more highlighted, and still even on that time also I was got several opportunities to work as a remote volunteer with some several organizations just like Happiness International, World Vision. So I was able to work as a volunteer with them with some diverse areas of experience such as human rights, conflicts and resolutions, several experience I was able to got, and many new things I was got to learn through this journey of my volunteering, especially even for these remote volunteerings. I think that was an opportunity that I got to learn about more about these virtual technologies. And because when you are doing a volunteering then employment, because it will give more exposure, it doesn't have a limits to those things because as of the supervisors you have a freedom to do whatever you can explore yourself, you can support anything that they are willing to do. So in kind of a things, I think that was a volunteering is a kind of a very amazing thing. So I think before entering my the employment field, so I have done around 1 or 2 year full time volunteering with several organizations. I think that gives me a solid background and a solid basement about the field of humanitarians. And also, I think during this volunteering, I was not able to have to stuck into just for a one sector, just like a such as gender, food and agriculture, climate, because I think the vast area of the scope I was volunteered with, I was able to touch up with several sectors. I was able to touch up with several fields that were very interesting and which gives me a very good and very experiences background and knowledge about those areas, which will be very valuable for me on my the present tenure. So also, if I just speak about, because as I told you earlier, this is volunteering. From my volunteering, you can always express successes and these achievements only, because the learning from failures is one of the best things I was always believing, because failures will teach you how to do the things in a very correct manner. During this my time of volunteering, I failed many times, but thanks to my supervisors, they were supported me to just to overcome these problems. They were supported me to just to found out the things from these problems and overcome through these matters. And so that was a very very good life experience that I received from time of my volunteerings. And such an amazing, I was able to catch up amazing memories and talents during these volunteer journey. Not only those things, I think the volunteering has been really, really amazing, because I was able to find out very solid and very strong friends and colleagues who are still with me, friends and very good of professional network who are still supporting me to on my things. And I think the because to those network, I think the volunteering is the things that I got voted, and volunteering is the basement that I was able had to work on these things. And also, as I told you, the failures, if I just speak about the failures, so things, because even when I was mostly, I was able in FA also, in mostly, most of the times I was able to do some coordination parts about the projects and events and many things. And I was, for the first time of my life, I was able to find out some problems, what are the practical issues that we had to have face during using these type of projects, the practical issues that we have to uh, face during the our day-to-day life. So I was, thanks to volunteering, I was able to successfully overcome and successfully face for these matters. And thanks to all, and I think that give a very, very good background and a very good confidence to my present career as well. Because actually, still, the many people, everyone in the world are facing problems. But I think thanks to my previous experience and problems that I got from my volunteer journey, so supported me to. So actually, they learned me to how to face that those type of problems, how to tolerate with those type of issues. And it was a wonderful thing. Also, if I just speak about the vast area of experience and knowledge I got through these volunteerings, I think that was the one thing, because always we can't just to get everything just by just reading a book, just attending for a lecture, just doing in something of kind of an academic course didn't provide you some good field and knowledge about your experience. Because the experience is one of the best things that you can learn. Because experience by doing something your own is the thing that you are being very passionate and common about for doing something. So I think thanks to volunteering, as I was able to do many many things, and I was able to got many many experience and knowledge about those areas. And that gives us very solid and a very tough background, the basement and background to my when I'm entering to this job career field. And thanks to volunteering also, because the volunteering gives me many support, and because the volunteering gives me very good and very bright to my the resume as well, because those people have given me several recommendation letters. The organization which I work with gives some very good and very amazing recommendations. I think thanks to these recommendations, I was easily able to find out many employment opportunities, and I was able to successfully to become in my employment and for these things, because the obviously, I think the volunteering in this, especially in this volunteering with this sociality, also just volunteering with these community works, not only provide you to just not to support for some people. It is just not a thing that you are just supporting for people, because I think, as I told you earlier, the working in the volunteering will definitely explore yourself, because it was able to found out, it was able to just to see your hidden talents, because everyone in the world have many talents, but we don't have some kind of a platform, we don't have some sort of a, receive chances to uh, show our skills. I think the volunteering is a one of the things, because to me, I think that was a one of the most amazing thing that I got in my life to show my skills, just to found out my skills, just to explore myself, because none other than anything, I think thanks to volunteering, I was able to found out myself. I was able to understand about myself, because I through this volunteer journey, I was able to found identify what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are the things that I need to develop, what are the things I need to just to manage with these things. I think if I just directly come to this field of just for employment or just for a job, I think this transnational period, this kind of a period that I can explore, and it will be definitely, it will not be happen to me, because but I think thanks to volunteering, that is not only providing you the experience and explore, that will be also working as a some platform that you can develop yourself. It was working as a platform that I can adjust to the field of the world, I can adjust to the society. So thanks to volunteerings, uh, and also, I was taking a good chance to thank all my supervisors and the colleagues who have worked with me for the past years of my volunteering. And because without those guys, I think it is very difficult to do volunteerings, because always when I was got something stuck, always when I was do something wrong, the always supervisors were there to support me, supervisors were there to help me to overcome and tolerate for these problems, and it is a wonderful support that those people give. So thanks to those people, and even for and those experiences are very very important to my present career as well, because I think without that, if I don't have that background, I wasn't able to success in my career at this much, because without those experience and exposure, especially when I was when the experience I got in interacting with these community level people, because before I enter into this job field, thanks to volunteering, I was able to get together with the community people, I was able to interact with them, I was able to observe their the cultures, observe their life patterns, and that will be a very supportful to my the current employment as well, because especially as I told you, I'm working in the international humanitarian sector, because especially we are working with the people in the community, and it is really really important to find out the lives and the understanding about the community people. I think my thanks to my volunteering journey, I was able to interact, and I was able to observe all those experience and things to volunteering. So obviously, one last thing I have to just to say you, because thanks to volunteering, because the volunteering is thing that brought me here, because thanks to volunteering I'm being here. Without it being just a volunteer, I wasn't be there. Without being a volunteer, I was not able to do in my present tenure. Without volunteer, I was not able to succeed in my career. So thanks to volunteering, it gives a solid foundation about experience, knowledge, exposure, just to observe myself, just to understand myself, find out my strengths, find out my weaknesses. So the journey of volunteer gives me all those things, and thanks to volunteering, so I'm here. So the one last message that I just need to give the youth people to encourage in volunteering. So guys, the volunteering is, as I told you earlier, volunteering is not to just think that you are just supporting a people, just not you are providing your effort to support or help some people, because volunteering gives you many things. Especially it will explore yourself. It acts as a platform that you can explore yourself. It acts as a platform that you can overcome, that you can oversee your your skills. So guys, don't wait until tomorrow. So take the opportunity today. So because I think right now, so you guys, the many youth can have several and many of these volunteering opportunities that you can support, because the volunteering doing volunteering today, because you are bringing someone's to happiness to someone as well. Obviously it will come back to you side as well. It will obviously to make you also happy. And so I will just finish my speech just for a one last sentence. So volunteers don't get paid not because they are worthless, because volunteers are priceless. Because when I was working with these when I was working with this organization, I was able to found, I was got to understand so how these volunteers are important, how these volunteers efforts is really important to organizers. So because as a employees today we was able to understand these things, but so don't be to please encourage yourself to work as a volunteer. Please encourage to just join as many volunteer opportunities you can, because this is the chance to don't wait until tomorrow. So take the opportunities today. So and again, very big thank to International Youth Alliance for Peace for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak about the volunteer journey, especially the successes and failures of my volunteering. So thank you very much, IYAP, and thank you, Fakila, for inviting me for this session. So guys, but my message to all for these all the youth people is please encourage yourself through volunteering. That will give someone wonderful and amazing experience and wonderful amazing time of your life. So thank you again. So thank you for inviting me.
Story with us. It was so inspiring. So I think who are joining with us will are inspired a lot with your volunteering story. So, what I noted in your speech is you started just as a school student, and now you are in a very high level in volunteering. You have so many volunteering experience, and the one thing I got from your speech is volunteering is priceless. Yes, volunteering do not pay us because it is priceless. Yes, I'm totally agree with you, and I think your story inspired the people who are hearing, who are watching us. Definitely. So, I'm sure this would have inspired more people in the world. If you're anyone watching or anyone who will watch the stream later anywhere in our channel, please subscribe, comment, and share this amazing story. We will be back again with another story next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. same time. So I think everyone has a different stories. So I will come back with another wonderful volunteering story of another wonderful volunteering person. So watch out to know who our next champion is. Thank you and see you with another inspiring story. Thank you for joining us, especially thank you for Yasindu Amarasinghe for joining with us, and for the IYAP staff and everyone and the uh, people from South Asia, lot of countries. Thank you all for joining us, and I think you have inspired a lot with this our I Inspire project. This the session of Yasindu Amar Singh. So thank you all again, and we will see next week Tuesday with another amazing volunteering story. So thank you so much.